combined with absolute equality, with absolute equality. For happiness, the very humanitarian, they seek a monarchy that's never republican equality,
So kings are undeprived, be left to act in perfect unity. So you can order right and left with absolute impunity. To put their subjects at their ease by doing all they can to please. And must to have the bread and cheese is every opportunity. And must to have the bread and cheese is every opportunity. The anti-perfect unity.
For your expressions of satisfaction and good feeling. I say, we are much obliged to you for your expressions of satisfaction and good feeling.
We urge you.
We are delighted at any time to fall in with sentiments so charmingly expressed.
That's all right.
At the same time, there is one little grievance that we should like to ventilate.
What?
Don't be alarmed, it's nothing serious. Now, it is arranged that, until it is decided which of us is to be the actual king, we are to act as one person.
Exactly.
Now, although we are to act as one person, we are, in point of fact, two persons.
I don't think we can go into that. It's a legal fiction, and legal fictions are solemn things. Situated as we are, we can't recognize two independent responsibilities.
No, but you can recognize two independent appetites. It's all very well to say we act as one person, but when you supply us with one ration between us, I should describe it as a legal fiction carried a little too far.
Well, that's rather a nice point. I'd like to express an opinion offhand. Suppose we reserve for argument before the full court.
That's all very well, but what are we to do in the meantime?
We want our tea!
I think we may make an interim order for double rations upon their Majesties entering into the usual undertaking to indemnify in the event of an adverse decision.
That, I think, will be the case. But you must work. Stick to it. There is nothing like work.
Oh, certainly. We understand that a man who holds the magnificent position of a king should do something to justify it. We are called Your Majesty. We're allowed to buy ourselves magnificent clothes. Our subjects frequently nod to us in the streets. The guards always return our salutes. And we have the inestimable privilege of heading the principal subscription list for all the charities. In return for these advantages, the least we could do is make ourselves useful about the palace.
Rising early in the morning, we proceed to light the fire, with our Majesty adorning in his work-a-day attire. We embark without delay on the duties of the day. First we polish off some batches of political dispatches and foreign politicians circumvent. Then if business isn't heavy, we may hold a royal levy or ratify an act of parliament. Then we'll probably review the House of Truth with the usual shallow earth and shallow food, or receive with ceremonial and state an interesting Eastern potentate. Often that we generally go and dress up like a flag. It's a rather nervous duty, he's a touchy little man. Write some letters which are ready for our private secretary. He is shaky in his panic, so we help him if we can. Then in view of trading's dinner, we go down and order dinner. Then we polish the regalia and the coronation plate. spend an hour in titty-bating or a gentleman in waiting, then we run our little errands for the ministers of state. Oh, philosophers may think of the troubles of the king, but the duties are delightful and the privilege is great. And the privilege and pleasure that we treasure beyond measure is to run our little errands for the ministers of state.
Oh, philosophers may sing of the troubles of the king, but the duties are delightful and the privilege is great. And the privilege and pleasure that we treasure beyond measure is to run our little errands for the ministers of state.
After luncheon making merry with a bun and glass of sherry, if there's nothing in particular to do, we may make a proclamation or receive a deputation, or maybe then create a peer or two. Then we help a fellow preacher on his part, with the counter and the thistle or the bar. Then we dress and toddle up in semi-state, to a festival, a function, or a fete. After that we go the palace, and the palace private empty, lunching hither, up and down and to and fro. When nobody on our duty goes in search of beer and beauty, and it generally happens that he hasn't got to go. Here it leaves us if he's able, just in time to lay the table, and we dine and serve the coffee at 1:30 With a pleasure that's emphatic, we retire to our attic, with the gratifying feeling that our duty has been done. Oh, philosophers may sing of the troubles of the king, but the pleasures there are many, and of one is there are none. And the culminating pleasure that we treasure beyond measure is the gratifying feeling that our duty has been done.
Oh, philosophers may sing of the troubles of the king, but the pleasures there are many, and of bodies there are none. And the culminating pleasure that we treasure beyond measure is the gratifying feeling that our duty has been done.
Yes, it really is a very pleasant existence. They're all so kind and considerate. You don't find them wanting to do this or wanting to do that or saying, "It's my turn now." No, they let us have all the fun ourselves and never seem to grudge it.
It makes one feel quite selfish. It almost seems like taking advantage of their good nature.
How nice they were about the double rations.
Oh, most considerate. There's only one thing wanting to make us thoroughly comfortable.
That is?
Dear little wives we left behind us 3 months ago.
It is dull without female society. We can do without everything else, but we can't do without that.
And if we have that in perfection, we have everything. There is only one recipe for perfect happiness. Such
Chelsea, are you cost of raining? How's the food and how's the wages? Does your new employment please you? How does royalizing strike you? Is it difficult or easy? Do you think your subjects like you? I am anxious to elicit. Is it plain and easy? Take it all together. Is it better fun than Gondoliers? We shall both go on requesting till you tell us never done it. Everything is interesting. Tell us all about it. Is the populace exacting? Do they keep you at a distance? All unaided are you acting? Or do they provide assistance? When you're busy, do you have to get up early in the morning? If you do what you ought not to do, they give the usual warning. With a horse do they equip you? To trumpeting and drumming? Do the royal tradesmen tip you? The labor really carry? Does a human being interfere on everything that's nice? Do they give you like for dinner? It is short crumbs and rices. We shall both go on requesting till you tell us never done it. Everything is interesting. Tell us all about it.
Delightful surprise.
Yes, we thought you'd like it. You see, it was like this. After you left, we felt very dull and mopey, and the days crawled by. You never wrote. So at last I said to Jeanette, I can't stand this any longer. Those two poor monarchs haven't got anybody to mend their stockings, sew on their buttons, or patch their clothes. At least I hope they haven't. Let's us all pack up and change and go and see how they're getting on. And she said done, and they all said done. And we asked old Jacopo to lend us his boat, and he said done. And we've crossed the sea, and thank goodness that's done. And here we are, and I've done.
And now, which of you is king?
And which of us is going to be queen?
That we won't know until the nurse turns up. But the question is, how shall we celebrate the commencement of our honeymoon? Gentlemen, what would you say if we were to offer you a magnificent banquet? Oh, thanks very much. And ladies, what would you say to a dance?
A banquet and a dance. Oh, that's too much happiness.
Good evening. Having a ball? A fancy ball?
No. Just a little private party, that's all. Sorry you're late.
I saw a groom dancing and a footman.
Oh, that's the Lord High Footman.
And a common little drummer boy.
Oh, no, that's the Lord High Drummer Boy.
Surely the servants' hall is the place for these gentry?
Ah, dear, no. The servants' hall is now the royal apartment. Only accessible by tickets obtainable at the Lord Chamberlain's office.
We really must have some place we can call our own. I'm afraid I'm not quite equal to the intellectual pressure of the conversation.
You see, the monarchy has been remodeled on Republican principles.
What?
Every department ranks equally, and everyone is head of his own department.
I see. Oh, I'm afraid you're annoyed. No. I won't say that. It's not quite what I expected.
I'm awfully sorry.
So am I.
By the by, can we offer you anything after your voyage? A slice of cold pizza, glass of wine?
Nothing.
Obliged to be careful.
No. Yes. Cellulite. You see, in every court there are distinctions that must be observed.
There are there?
Yes. For instance, you wouldn't have a Lord High Chancellor play leapfrog with his own cook.
Why not?
Why not? Because a Lord High Chancellor is a personage of great dignity, who should never, under any circumstances, place himself in a position of being told to tuck in his, except by a nobleman of his own rank. The Lord High Archbishop, for instance, might tell a Lord High Chancellor to tuck in his, but certainly not a cook, gentlemen, certainly not a cook.
Not even a Lord High Cook?
My good friend, that is a rank that is not recognized at the Lord Chamberlain's office. I'm afraid it won't do. I will give you an instance in which this experiment was tried. There lived a king, as I've been told, in the wonder-working days of old, where hearts were twice as good as gold, and 20 times as mellow. Good temper triumphed in his race, and in his heart he found a place for all the erring human race, and every wretched fellow. When he had reddish wine to drink, it made him very sad to think that some at junket door and chink must be content with tawny. He wished on men as rich as he, and he was rich as rich could be. So to the top of every tree, promoted everybody.
Now that's the kind of thing that he wished on men as rich as he. So to the top of every tree, promoted everybody.
Lord Chancellors were cheap as sprats, and bishops in their shovel hats were plentiful as tabby cats. In point of fact, too many ambassadors scoped out like hay, like ministers and such as they, like asparagus in May, and dukes were 3 a penny. On every side field marshals gleams for beer, while lords lieutenant deemed. With admirals the ocean teemed all round his wide dominions.
With admirals around his wide dominions.
And party leaders you might meet in twos and threes in every street, maintaining with no little needs their various opinions.
Now that's a sight you could not meet, all party leaders in one seat, maintaining with no little needs their various opinions.
That king, although no one denies, his heart was of abnormal size, yet he'd have acted otherwise if he had been acuter. The end is easily foretold when every blessed thing you hold is made of silver or of gold. You long for simple pewter when you have nothing else to wear but cloth of gold and satins rare. For cloth of gold you cease to care. Up goes the price of shoddy.
Of shoddy, up goes the price of shoddy.
In short, whoever you may be, to this conclusion you'll agree. When everyone is somebody, then no one's anybody.
Now that's plain can be. To this conclusion we agree. When everyone is somebody, then no one's anybody.
Some important news to communicate. His Grace the Duke of Plaza Toro, Her Grace the Duchess, and their beautiful daughter Casilda. I say their beautiful daughter Casilda.
We heard you.
Have arrived at Barataria and may be here at any moment.
But the Duke and the Duchess are nothing to us.
But the daughter, the beautiful daughter. Ooh, you're a lucky dog, one of you.
I think you're a very incomprehensible old man.
Not a bit, I'll explain. Many years ago, when you, whichever you are, were a baby, you, whichever you are, were married to a little girl who has grown up to be the most beautiful young lady in Spain. That beautiful young lady will be here to claim you, whichever you are, in half an hour. And I congratulate that one, whichever it is, with all my heart.
Married? We're a baby?
But we were married 3 months ago.
One of you, only one, the other is an unintentional bigamist.
Well, upon my word!
Who are these young people?
Who are we? Why, their wives, of course, who've just arrived.
Their wives. Dear, this is very unfortunate. Dear, dear, this complicates matters. Dear, dear, what will Her Majesty say?
So do you mean to tell me that one of these monarchs was already married? And that neither of us would be a queen?
That is the idea I intended to convey.
Oh, Tessa, my dear, dear child.
Get away! Perhaps it's you!
My poor, poor little woman.
Don't! Who knows whose husband you are? Pray, why did you tell us all about it before they left Venice?
Because if I had, no earthly temptation would have induced these gentlemen to leave two such extremely fascinating and utterly irresistible little ladies.
Something in that.
I may mention that you will not be kept long in suspense, as the old lady who nursed the royal child is at present in the torture chamber, waiting for me to interview her.
Poor old girl! Hadn't you better go and put her out of her suspense?
Oh, she's all right. She's reading the program. However, I will go and interrogate her, and in the meantime, may I insist on the absolute propriety of you regarding yourselves as single young ladies. Good evening.
Well, here's a pleasant state of things.
Delightful. One of us is married to
Two young ladies, and nobody can tell which is which. And the other is married to one young lady whom nobody can identify.
And one of us is married to one of you, and the other is married to nobody. But which of you is married to which of us? And what's to become of the other?
It's simple. Observe. 2 husbands have managed to acquire 3 wives. 3 wives, 2 husbands. Why? That's 2/3 of a husband for each wife.
Oh, Mount Vesuvius, here we are in arithmetic. My good sir, one can't marry a vulgar fraction!
You have no right to call me a vulgar fraction!
We're getting rather mixed. The situation is entangled. Let's, comb it out.
In a contemplative fashion, and a tranquil frame of mind, free from every kind of passion, some solution let us find. Let us grasp the situation, solve the complicated plot. Quiet, calm, deliberation, disentangles every knot.
I know that Giuseppe when, of course, a slice of life, he is rather underhanded, distinctly he's a thug. I am victim to a human macromarriage, that is clear. He's particularly stupid, still distinctly he's a dear.
Janetta, I was mated, I can prove it in a trice. Though her charms are overrated, still I own she's rather nice.
I protest, Sir willy-nilly, all at once a victim fell. She is what is called a silly, still she answers pretty well. She is a silly, still she answers pretty well.
Now when we were pretty babies, someone married us, that's clear.
But if I can catch her, I'll pinch her and scratch her and send her away with a flea.
That young lady married to receive her can't refuse.
If I but keep on calling her, make her shake her arms to cut. If she married you, Giuseppe, you and he will have to part. If I have a yoke, I won't she do it quite to marry the man my heart. If she married less than much, you're a spinster. No matter if I can get at her, I doubt if her mother will know her again. If I have no matter, if I can get at her, I
Quiet, calm, deliberation, disentangles every knot.
representatives that His Grace the Duke of Plaza Toro PLC has arrived and
Desires?
Demands?
yes, and demands an audience. And now, my child, prepare to receive the husband to whom you are united under such interesting and romantic circumstances.
But which is it? There are two of them.
It is true that at present His Majesty is a double gentleman. But as soon as the circumstances of his marriage are ascertained, he will, ipso facto, boil down to a single gentleman, thus presenting a unique example of an individual who becomes a single man and a married man by the same operation.
I have known instances in which the characteristics of both conditions existed concurrently in the same individual.
He couldn't have been a Plaza Toro.
Oh, couldn't he though?
Well, whatever happens, I shall, of course, be a dutiful wife. But I can never love my husband.
Oh, I don't know. It's extraordinary what unprepossessing people one can love. If one gives one's whole mind to it.
I loved your father.
My love, that remark was rather hard, I think. Somewhat cruel, perhaps. Somewhat uncalled for, I venture to believe.
It was very difficult, my dear, but I said to myself, that man is a duke, and I will love him. Several of my relations begged me I couldn't, but I did, desperately. On the day when I was wedded to your admirable sire, I acknowledge that I dreaded an explosion of desire. I was overcome with panic, for his temper was volcanic, and I gave him very note, for I feared a thunderbolt. I was all very wary, for his fury was ecstatic, his recount vocabulary most unpleasantly emphatic. To the thunder of this Sparta, I knocked under like a martyr. When intently he was fuming, I was gently unassuming. When reviling me completely, I was smiling very sweetly. I was smiling very sweetly, leaving him the very best and getting at the very best. That is how I know to bring the very more of us, leaving him the very best and getting at the very worst. That is how I know But I found that a reliance on my threatening appearance and a resolute defiance of my rival
repudiate the contract altogether.
Shady? A nobleman? Shady? Who is blazing in the lustre of unaccustomed pocket money? A nobleman? Shady? Who could look back upon 95 quarterings? It is not every nobleman who is 95 quarters in arrears. I mean, who can look back upon 95 of them. And this, just as I have been floated at a premium. Oh, fine.
Your Majesty is surely unaware that directly your Majesty's father came before the public, he was applied for over and over again.
My love, Her Majesty's father was in the habit of being applied for over and over again, and very urgently applied for too, long before he was registered under the Limited Liability Act.
Unhappy commoners and add to their enjoyment. Affords a man of noble rank congenial employment. Of our attempts we offer you examples illustrative. Our work is light and, I may add, it's most remunerative. Small titles and orders from mayors and recorders I get, and they're highly delighted.
They're highly delighted.
MPs baroneted, sham colonels gazetted, and second-rate aldermen knighted.
Yes, aldermen knighted.
Foundation stone laying I find very paying. It adds a large sum to my making.
Large sum to his makings.
At charity dinners, the best of speech spinners, I get 10% of the taking.
1/10 of the takings. I present any lady whose conduct is shady, or smacking of doubtful propriety.
Doubtful propriety.
When third-foot washer I take and wet washer and load her in first-rate society.
First-rate society.
I recommend makers of clumsy dressmakers, their finishing touches.
Finishing touches.
A sum in addition they pay for the mission to say that we make for the touches.
They make for the touches. Those pressing preparers, the ready-made tailors, quote me as a great double barrel.
The great double barrel.
I allow them to do so, or Robinson Crusoe would jib at their wearing apparel.
Such wearing apparel.
I sit my selection upon the direction of several companies' bubble.
More companies bubble.
As soon as they're floated, I'm freely banknoted. I'm pretty well paid for me trouble.
He's paid for his trouble. At Middlemarch party I play at Atlantic, and I'm by no means a beginner.
She's not a beginner.
To one of my station the remuneration my fee is a night and my dinner.
And why with a dinner?
I write letters blatant on medicines patent, and use any other you mustn't.
Believe me, you mustn't.
And found my complexion derives its perfection from somebody's son, which it doesn't.
It certainly doesn't. We're ready as witness to anyone's witness to fill any place of preferment.
A place of preferment. We're often in waiting at junket or feting, and sometimes attend an interment.
We enjoy an interment.
In short, you fiddle the song, you sing, you sing, but you sing, you clutches, you clutches.
Oh, would we had better, you can us do better.
Brought out a duke or a duchess.
A duke or a duchess.
Your Majesty.
The Duke of Positoro, I believe.
The same. Allow me to present.
Oh, look, the young lady one of us married.
Gentlemen, I'm most obedient servant of one of you. Oh, Louis.
I'm now about to address myself to the gentleman whom my daughter married. The other may allow his attention to wander if he likes, for what I am about to say does not concern him. Sir, you will find in this young lady a combination of excellences such as you would search for in vain in any young lady who had not the good fortune to be my daughter. There is some little doubt as to which is the gentleman I am addressing, and which is the gentleman who is allowing his attention to wander. But once that doubt is solved, I shall say, still addressing the attentive gentleman, take her, and may she make you happier than her mother has made me. If possible. And now, there is a little matter to which I think I am entitled to take exception. I come here in state, with Her Grace the Duchess, and Her Majesty my daughter. And what do I find? Do I find, for instance, a guard of honor to receive me? No.
No.
The town illuminated? No.
No.
Refreshments provided? No.
No.
A royal salute fired? No.
No.
Triumphal arches erected? No.
No.
The bell set ringing?
No.
Yes. One. The visitors. And I rang it myself. It is not enough. It is not enough.
Upon my honor, I'm very sorry, but my ideas of politeness are confined to taking my hat off when one of my passengers tips me.
That's all very well in its own way, but it is not enough.
I'll take anything else off within reason.
Oh! What a royal salute to my daughter. It costs so little.
Papa, I don't want a salute.
My dear sir, as soon as we know which one of us is entitled to take that liberty, she shall have as many salutes as she likes.
As for triumphal arches and guards of honor, you don't know our people. They wouldn't stand it.
They're very offhand with us, very offhand indeed.
Oh, but you mustn't allow that. You must impress your court with your importance. You must keep them in proper discipline. You want deportment, carriage.
Oh, we've got carriage.
Manner, dignity. For posture, you want a good deal of this sort of thing.
You hold yourself like this. You hold yourself like that. By hook and crook you try to look both angular and flat.
To overawe them, you want a little of this sort of thing.
Bow, bow, ye lower middle classes. Bow, bow, ye tradesmen, bow, ye masses.
And if that don't work, frighten the very devil out of them by threatening to chop their heads off. You want a chotto?
Chop what?
Chotto, Japanese word, of this sort of thing.
My object was sublime, I will achieve in time, to let the punishment fit the crime, the punishment fit the crime.
Frightens the very devil out of them if they think you're going to do that sort of thing to them. It's most effective and very useful. Just attend to me. You are a king. I am a subject. Very good.
I am a courtier grave and serious, who is upon to kiss your hand. Try to combine a pose imperious with a demeanor nobly bland. Try to combine a
dare let the young chickens together. Now that's called tact.
It's very awkward. We really ought to tell the young Earl how we are situated.
Why didn't you do it?
I'd rather not. You.
I didn't know what to say. Madam, well, actually several of us, we're just wondering.
Gentlemen, I am bound to listen to you, but it is only fair to tell you that, not knowing I was married in infancy, I am over head and ears in love with somebody else.
Our case exactly. We are head and ears in love with somebody else. In point of fact, with our wives.
Your wives? Then you are married?
It's not our fault. We knew nothing about it. We are sisters in misfortune.
My good girls, I don't blame you. Only before we go any further, we must really arrive at some satisfactory arrangement. Otherwise, we shall get hopelessly complicated.
Here's a case of precedented ill, like king and queen was wrong. Ever since marriage was first invented, never had anything feels so hard. I may be said to have been bisected by a profound catastrophe.
Through a calamity unexpected, I'm divisible into three.
I am said to have been bisected.
I am divisible into three. Through a calamity, I am divisible into three.
Upon we saw, how can you go? And in the state of unity, when excellent husbands are bisected, parts are divisible into three. Oh, what we saw, how can you go? And in the state of unity, how we saw, how can you go? And in the state of unity, how we saw, how can you go? And in the state of unity,
Now let the loyal lieges gather round. The prince's foster mother has been found. She will bear to silver clarion sound the rightful king. Let him forthwith be crowned.
Speak, woman, speak. The news we seek is no one's meant. To us they bring.
Is this my king?
Or this my brother?
The royal prince was by the king entrusted to my fond care. Ere I grew old and crusted, when traitors came to steal his son reputed, my own small boy I deftly substituted. The villains fell into the trap completely. I hid the prince away, still sleeping sweetly. I called him son with pardonable slyness.